Hello and welcome everyone. I'm glad that you are making the decision, and I'm glad that I'm making the decision, and that we have the good conditions, the suitable conditions right now for us to come together and practice meditation. Let's go ahead and take a tally and see, if you're here to join and to practice a meditation and to try this out. Go ahead and say hello or say something in the chat. Say, I'm here to meditate. Maybe some people are here for tomfoolery. So if you're here for tomfoolery, you can say that. But for those who are here to meditate, go ahead and say hello, please. Okay. If you are here now, in the present moment, then you're in the right place. And being in the right place in this situation means that there is a full and open opportunity to drop all views about yourself, about other people, about the past or the future. And it is also an opportunity to stop mental and physical actions, or rather to give up, to give away mental and physical actions. Usually we are taking them on for ourselves. I am going to say this, I am going to do this, I'm going to hold my body in this way, or I'm going to do this thing with my body at this time. But being here in the present moment, in this situation, means that there's a rich invitation to give up and to give away any kind of mental and or physical activities. So you may find that there is a state of abiding, or that there is a state of being or beingness that arises out of that willingness to give up, to give away, to abandon mental and physical actions. And during this period of time, during the meditation, we are actively involved in We should to be actively involved in to give up and to give away mental and physical actions, reactions that may come up in our mind or our body. So we are aware of certain experiences. We are aware of thoughts at this moment, views at this moment, perceptions at this moment. For myself, I can notice I've been traveling around. I've been having some experiences recently, being in different places, around different people. Some more comfortable, some less comfortable, some very clean and tidy, and some very messy and destabilized and rat infested. So I'm kind of, I'm looking back to that past, that nearby past of uncleanliness and difficulty. But in this space, in this way of meditation, without any discussion, without making any deals about is this acceptable or is this fair for me to let go of, or have I really earned to be in this position? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? Without any deal making, without any discussions, this willingness to let go, this willingness to release, this willingness to just be. But this just being is dynamic, and it's quite interesting because it relates to the reality of the present moment experiencing. It doesn't relate to some, oh, we're meditating and, I'm trying this thing out, I'm doing this. But this beingness relates to the reality and the depth of the present moment experiencing. And so we are taking the responsibility, we're taking the heart position, the mind position, the position of no position right now, even in the midst of mental phenomena, physical phenomena. What do I mean by that? I mean that there is a body here, there's bones, there's muscles, there's seeing, there's hearing, there's smelling, there's feeling. Okay, there's a body that is vulnerable and can get sick, right? That at any moment, I had this experience today of, sometimes we feel, I feel, oh, I'm confident, I'm strong, and you see online a lot of these people are going to the gym and they're strong and fast and fit and healthy. And then also for my mind, sometimes I feel, oh, I'm a monk, my mind's really healthy and strong, right? And I've kind of got my wits about me, I can do what I want, and I'm in control, so to speak. Wait till you get a tummy ache. Wait till you have to pee very badly. The whole world switches around at that moment. Tummy ache, a toothache, you stub your toe, you sprain your ankle, the whole world changes. So there is this physical phenomena, physical situation that is here and now. But it's not what we think about it, it's not our idea about it, it's a lived experience, physical phenomena. This body is a phenomenon. This body is a coming together of causes and conditions at this present moment. And if we have a degree of health, this is some kind of uncomprehendable blessing, this very precious and interesting moment to experience and to be with. So willing to let go of physical phenomena, to be aware of feeling in the body, maybe your back or your tooth or something that you see or a muscle or a tension. You're aware of it. You're willing to be uninvolved with that thing. Just aware is enough, but also curious. So we're not grasping onto our self-fixated view about that feeling in the body, but rather we're the looking itself and the noticing itself of physical phenomena without self-fixation, without it being related to this self-experience, this liking or disliking. And instead just to notice and to relax that any reactivity that comes up, any grasping that comes up that relates to physical phenomena, material phenomena. And as for mental phenomena, also willing to abandon fully, willing to give up fully all of these thoughts and judgments and perceptions and views. It's not that we don't have them. It's not that meditation is not really clearing our mind or emptying our mind, because we don't have that degree of control. The mind is minding. So thoughts do come up, feelings do come up, the past comes up, the future comes up, the talking comes up, the mental negotiation comes up, the mental justification comes up. And here in this meditative space, there's no debate, there's no justification, there's no discussion, there's nothing to discuss about. It's only to, we can say, to bless, to offer out, to free, to release. We can say to accept. These are all fair words. And gathering together, we just have these conditions to practice like this and be mutually inspired by one another. And to take this time, it's an intensive time, right? So now for myself, I'm doing most days early morning meditation class that is for some Vietnamese group. So we have a translator as often as possible, and then having this is evening for me. So that's about an hour plus 2 times a day of intensive exercise, intensive intimacy, intensive embracing, intensive being with, intensive facing. Okay, but it's broader than just it's deeper, it's richer than just a practice or just a training, because it's if we were to compare it to going to the gym, right, and training your body, it's as if when you went to the gym, you entered a completely different dimension of reality, right? You went into the gym and now you were in a state of awe and wonder and uncomprehensible reality that was facing you, the core of your life, the heart of your life. Everything that's you and your life and your relationships and everything just to show up at that gym. And in some way, that happens no matter what we do. But in meditation, this way of coming together, we should really recognize it like that. The froth of reality is frothing at this moment. And what could be more interesting than that? What could be more curious than that? And it is really like that. There's a tendency to be so either harsh on ourselves or overindulgent with ourselves. And that harshness or that overindulgence, it's feeding this created reality, this self fixated reality that does have some reality to it. It does have some truth to it, because it's just like if there's rats in your room, there's some truth to that. But what is at the ground of being, moment by moment, in the midst of rats, in the midst of cleanliness, in the midst of hot weather or cold weather, in the midst of feeling the way you like to feel and feeling the way you don't like to feel? What's there? And it's this. This is what's there. This is that moment of a profound stomach ache. This is that moment of finding out that everything that you worked on and built up and expected and was coming together has completely fallen apart. The exact opposite of what you wanted. And yet, at this moment, investigation is possible. Looking deeply is possible. Detachment is possible. And with that detachment comes a much broader curiosity, a much more multifaceted interest and curiosity about this present moment experiencing. And we each have our own case for that. I'm speaking about my case. I'm looking at a phone, and I'm in a room with another monk. There's seeing. The seeing is uh, very lively, right? It's very bright. The seeing faculty, and also hearing the sound of my own voice. My body is here, and I'm quite aware of how fragile my body is, how tender it is, how vulnerable it is. And yet there is this sense of stability as well. For me, I think maybe some people don't get to learn about meditation or don't become skillful in practicing meditation or sharing about meditation, teaching about meditation, because they just don't have the time for it. Too busy, too involved, right? And then also sometimes we maybe approach, or people approach meditation in this way to get involved, right? To get involved with themselves. But what is this self? What are we talking about here? We can say all kinds of different things. We can do all kinds of different things, mental actions, physical actions. But instead of relying on all those things we can do and all those things that we don't do, right, or cannot do as well, just the questioning, what is this? What is this self? What are we talking about here? What is this experience here? It's almost a giving myself permission to be a child again, to be innocent again, to be free again. What is this? And I can say very wholeheartedly, I don't know what this is. things come up, I can I can say a lot of things. I can, the body can move around a lot of different ways. We can go for a run or something, right? We can go to different countries. We can talk to different people. We can do good activities, bad activities, skillful and unskillful ways of being that are open to us, right? So if I do have this sincerity for myself, if I don't know what this is, I don't know what's happening right now. And that's just turning towards my present moment experiencing. That's not so much relying on the conditions or the context of what's happening, because of course there's plenty of context to any situation in life. But just in terms of the present moment experiencing as it relates to the bare physical phenomena that are coming up right now, and the bare mental phenomena that are coming up right now, thoughts, feelings, certain quality of mind, sure. If I can say that I don't really know, and I can say that authentically for myself, once other people get involved, it's a little bit more difficult because maybe I can feel what they're asking about or what they're interested in. So it's almost like there's a contract that's being put out. And that's difficult, because people say, "Where are you from?" Or "Where in the United States are you from?" And I want to say, "I'm from the present moment, wake up." But actually, I have to consider that person at that time, right? And it can be frustrating to consider other people. That's the ego coming in again as well, even with, oh, I'm so enlightened, or I don't know, or, I want to act this way or that way, or even in normal social situations, right? People bring their baggage or their experience with them to me, and I have to meet them where they are. We should to meet them where they are, to be a caretaker, not to be so, selfish and arrogant and, self-fixated all the time. It's not all about you. It's not all about me, moment by moment. This moment especially. So the preciousness of our meditation is not just that there's an exercise we get to do, we get to practice and then feel the result and say, I'm a meditator, I meditated for an hour. But we have this opening to drop everything that is not this. This moment is just for this. And the question that we bring up, or the looking, the curiosity, the exploration that we bring up in this moment is just about this. And it takes concentration to investigate and to look into. And to sustain that concentration, it takes curiosity. We have to be interested. And to bring up that concentration, we have to have a sense of faith, a sense of trying, right? A sense of, maybe reality isn't a pebbles and rocks and gravel on the road. Maybe it's something richer, deeper, not so mundane, not so usual, not so surface level. And if we bring that up, that is a kind of faith, then we can concentrate because it's something that's important to us. If we, even if we're quite tired, but we stink, if we are just, I don't know, staying by ourselves in a stinky place, maybe you don't think to get up and to shower and to clean yourself and take care of yourself, right? Because you're just in a stinky person in a stinky place, so you can't bring up that concentration, that energy. But if you widen out your mind, or you have a reason, right? You're going somewhere, or you're trying to take care of yourself, etc., then you can bring up that concentration. So we have to have this in our meditation, that this present moment experiencing is not just about me. It's not just about you. It's not just about mental phenomena or physical phenomena. So this does bring up a sense of curiosity, a sense of energy, a sense of concentration. What is this? What's going on here? And then that curiosity, that interest, that is maybe it's more natural, or we're more used to it being outside. What's going on over there? What are they doing? Right? Or that looks like that food looks pretty good. I wonder, what they ordered. But actually we bring up this broader and richer curiosity. What is happening? What is this about? Right? This not knowing, this openness. It's not to be ignorant, it's to open up to not knowing, to be very sincere. This curiosity. What is this? And then to turn the mind around, to bring that energy and that curiosity and that presence to the heart. Maybe you can see now, if you turn your mind around like that, breathing, and can you feel your heart beating in your body? How precious is that? How profound is that? How interesting to have a heart beating in the body. And to really feel that. For me, there's a tenderness to that heart beating. Breathing and heart beating. And it's this kindness, it's this permission fully given to be here. For the heart to beat. Fully give permission for the heart to let go of those worries, those judgments, that figuring out, what are we going to do tomorrow? What are we going to do next? Maybe as we breathe, we can offer that energy, that permission to the heart. That the heart has full permission, full allowance to just beat. How freeing and lovely that must be for the heart. That its beating nature is not just enough, but it is everything. This beat happening right now is everything. And we can put our hand over our heart. And it's not that we have this magical yogic Himalayan experience. That's not important. Sometimes those things happen, but it's almost like being a parent, getting caught up in wanting to have this best experience for your kid, this best life for your kid, or this best trip. You lose the moment. You can lose the preciousness and the richness and the joy of it being imperfect, of there being thoughts, of there being, your normal life, your normal person. Just to be with that heart and let that heart to just be with you. Maybe we can say to our heart, there is no need to be perfect. And feel the heart as we say this. Listen to what the heart responds with. This is enough. I am so grateful to you. We can listen to how our heart responds. That's to feel the heart and to be with the heart right now. And just like that trip or that walk or that experience with your child may not be the 5-star best world changing experience, that's your child, period. Just to be with them is the whole world. This is your heart. It is as literal as it is poetic. We can also bring that same kind of attention to our breathing. That kindness, that appreciation, that intimacy. There's something interesting about how special and wonderful and profound each and every breath is, and how we don't touch that, how we don't connect with that most of the time. And yet, every breath, every moment, every feeling of the breath, it's just vibrating with preciousness, with wonderfulness, with light. Maybe we can practice to breathe in some light, to brighten our heart. And maybe it's not because we're this special meditator or yogi that we practice this. Maybe it's because we really need that light right now. Bringing light into the body, bringing brightness into the body with our breathing. And the more you might feel or notice that it is foggy or dim, a little bit dark in there, all the more reason to breathe in whatever light you can. Not to be discouraged at all by that. Without darkness, there cannot be light. So not just to practice this, but as the practice is taking place, this curiosity, this investigation is also there. This looking into, this not knowing. This childlike curiosity to really be on a journey and to really be in it. And all of that extra energy that comes up, the anger, the complicated thought, the strong thought, the want for something in particular, more of something in particular. Whenever that comes up, breathing in that, fueling that curiosity, that looking. I feel there's also an encouragement that comes from when the past and future kind of starting um, to rear their head or their face, right? That with the breath, once again, that curiosity and that interest coming into the now and the reality of the now. So that memory of the past, that whatever past is, it comes up and then it's an entry point into the now. Because it's so here, it's so alive in the body. The same with that future. Even it's real, it's definitely gonna happen. That breathing and the energy taking us to that curiosity, that interest about present moment experiencing, the heart, breath in the body, this looking, this being with. And let it unfold, let it change. Right? Curiosity is so open, and curiosity fills the room, it fills the body, it doesn't get constrained. So the eyes can open, the body can change position, the breathing can change. That curiosity is still there, still paramount. The breathing. And so thoughts have a lot of energy for us because we're used to living in that way of thinking. So when that thought comes up, don't fight it, don't judge it, don't exclude it, but the thought comes up and returning to the breathing, returning to the looking, to the present moment experiencing. Let's bring our attention back to the heart again and see if you can feel your heart beating in the body, kind of right next to, right along with the breathing. Listen to the heart. Keep in mind that falling off the path is is meditation. That's the meditation practice. Falling off the path is how we get into the flow. Falling off the path is also the flow. Let the heart beating. Let the breath breathing. Okay, my friends, so let's, I don't want to say stop here, but let's open here and have some time to share your experience if you like, or to ask a question. Dropping views, breathing, breathing, heart beating, just aware. But we also shouldn't get fixated on that or stuck on that. It's continue turning, right? Continue looking into that investigation, that development, looking very closely. And it's just normal. So how do we wake up with this curiosity and this investigation? Understand that dreams are dreams. What's false is false, and the truth is the truth. So who is it that is going to control their behavior, their body or mind tomorrow morning? Who is it who's going to wake up with this curiosity and to investigate? It's no one. It's a phantom. It's a dream. You may never sleep again. You may never wake up again. You may never see again. You may never hear again. Why? Because seeing is empty. Hearing is empty. Sleeping is empty. What is it empty of? Someone, some place, some time. It's empty of being satisfactory. It's empty of existing separate from anything else that you experience or have ever experienced. And it's empty of permanence. So not relying on that which is impermanent to be permanent. Not relying on that which has no self to be a self or separate in some way. The reason that the monastic order exists is for people to go the full way in realizing like this and changing their life like this. This is the express purpose of the monk community. And if you want to change your life, you don't need to become a monk. But you do need to detach, to abandon, to be mindful. And as you practice to do this more and more continuously, then you learn through your experience. It's a very sensitive subject that the heart is much more non-existent than it is existent. And yet your heart is beating, you can feel it in your body. Like a great light, a bright light of compassion, of wonderfulness, of preciousness, a diamond jewel right here. Reality is not how we think it is. Our bodies and our minds and our relationships with the world, etc., are not the way that we think they are. Full stop. So we kind of have to digest that, and we can digest that by practicing meditation, and also to be a good person, right? Do good deeds. You can follow 5 precepts. Don't kill, don't lie or speak harshly. Uh, don't steal, don't snoop. Be very careful with your sexual energy. Don't commit sexual misconduct, and don't take drug or intoxicants. And to open and to widen out and to brighten out, to brighten this heart, to brighten this breath, to brighten this body, and to brighten the whole room that we're sitting in with our present moment awareness, with our willingness to let go, to refresh, to restart, to abandon, to detach. It's very strange, right? Because there's all this karma, mental and physical actions and their effects from not just from our life, but from past lives, right? I mean, from not just from this body, but from past bodies, and it's all kind of arrived to here like this. This body is completely impermanent, completely temporary, completely changing. It's also mostly gross. And yet here we are with relative stability, with a heart that is bright, with a breath that is bright, with a hope and a good intention in our life, with the breath that's coming in and going out and nourishing us. All that baggage, all that karma, all that beginningless karma from since endless eons, literally thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years to here, and it doesn't compare to even rubbing your fingers together. So it's a special and curious situation that we're in, precious situation. So breathe and breathe in peace, breathe out love, right? We've got Thich Nhat Hanh songs that we can listen to and sing. Such a joy. And that means that we stop, we step back, we refresh, we restart, we recognize present moment experiencing. And patient, gentle, and consistent. Keep showing up, keep trying. So for Kiao Shan, Kao Leon, you keep trying, keep showing up. Not about me, it's not about you, it's not about a certain place, it's not about a certain time, it's not about the past, it's not about the future. Keep showing up, keep doing good deeds, keep being mindful, present moment awareness. Breath is flowing in, breath is flowing out. Let's finish with a song. How does that sound for everybody? Anyone want to sing along with me? Some people should know this song. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, wonderful. And for those who don't know this song, there are hand motions. So you can follow along with the hand motions and just listen, and we'll do it twice. So maybe the next time, the next sequence, you can join in, all right? And even just humming along can be a nice way to join. Okay, here we go. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower. I am fresh as the dew. I am solid as a mountain. I am firm as the earth. I am free. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I am water reflecting what is real, what is true. And I feel there is space deep inside of me. I am free, I am free, I am free. Okay, let's try all together this time. Do your best to sing along. Maybe I'll be able to hear you if you sing loud enough. And we can smile, we can feel good as we sing this. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower. I am fresh as the dew. I am solid as a mountain. I am firm as the earth. I am free. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am water reflecting what is real, what is true. And I feel there is space deep inside of me. I am free, I am free, I am free. Okay? Thank you, my friends, for being here. So we will plan to meet tomorrow again in the same way at this time. And I hope you will join me. And yeah, it's as simple as that. Thank you all for being here. And Karuna, if you're still here, if you can send me a message on Discord. I need to talk to you about something. Okay. Bye, everyone. Don't forget to leave a like. Bye-bye.